Hello, my lovelies. It is time for my January Wheel of TBR. So stay tuned. If you're new here, hi, hello, welcome. If you're not new here, welcome back. Wheel of TBR is one of my multiple TBR games that I play in order to help pick my TBR for the upcoming month. And the way this one works is I spin my wheel a base of 5 times and I pick a book based on whatever the prompt is. Now you will see multiple prompts on the wheel. We can ignore the white ones for now. That's just because I have not found my little set of prompts. So I've been writing the replacement prompts in dry erase on the board. Also, whenever I get 5 marks on one slice, then I have to do a bonus spin. So before we go into the spins for January, let's go over how I did for December. So starting out, I had a few rollovers. I didn't do great in December. I'll go ahead and say that. So in my rollovers, I had A Monster Calls. I have not read that. I will be rolling that over. Chain of Iron. Have not read. Will roll over. Dishonestly Yours. I still haven't found that one. I don't know where it disappeared to, but I haven't finished it, and I will be rolling that over as well. Nimona, haven't read, will roll over. Home Before Dark, I did read, so yay. The Unhoneymooners, I did read, so yay. The Stars Are Dying, I did read. And then I have my January coffee, my buddy reads, and my required read of the month. I don't know what those are just yet. I'm hoping that by the time I get to editing this video, I will know what those books are, and I will put them on the screen. If I know, here's what my buddy read is going to be for my coffee patrons, and if I know, this is what my required read for the month is going to be. But I am waiting to hear back from my book buddy of the month on which books those will be. I am doing TBR Knockout yet again this year. If you haven't seen the announcement, I'll link that up here for you to go and check out. So I will be trying to find something to fit the prompts for January. And I also plan on continuing to participate in Buzzword and Buzzcover. And I'll figure out those for, well, at the end of everything. I almost forgot to say the spins that I got for December. So I had Sanctuary of Shadow for fantasy. I have not read that. I'm not going to be rolling it over, so I am just going to take a punishment spin for that. The way the punishment spins work is I just spin it and I put a mark on the board. It may or may not give me a bonus spin this time, but we shall see. I'm also filming this sitting in my new chair. Okay, so that landed on a different country. That puts 3 marks on that spot. Okay, for Author I Love, I was to read This Book Won't Burn. I have not read it. I'm not going to roll it over, so I am going to take a punishment spin for that. And this one is on a 4+ word title. That gives 1 mark on there. For Most Anticipated, I was to read The Ghostwriter, and I did read that. For Beautiful Cover, I was to read A Crown of Ivy and Glass. I have not read that, and I'm not going to roll that one over. So I'm going to take a punishment spin for it. That's a mark on Ugly Cover. That makes this a danger zone now. For Romance, I was to read Never Over, and I did read that. For Fairies, I was to read Never After, and I have not read that, and I'm not rolling it over, so we will take a punishment spin for that. Oh, that puts 5 on this one. So let me erase these, and we'll have to do a base of 6 spins now. Okay, for Royalty, I was to read A Land of Light and Shadows. I have not read that, and I'm not rolling it over, so I will take a punishment spin for that. That puts 4 on this slice, making that a danger zone as well. And then for Wild Card, I was to read Daughter of Wise, and I have not read that. I'm not going to roll it over. I will take a punishment spin. All right, that's one mark on there. So we have 6 base spins that we need to do. Let's see which places are danger zones. We have Libby, Ugly Cover, Smutty. I think those are our only danger zones. All right, so let's get started with spin number 1. Of course, it landed on one of those. We landed on Ugly Cover. Okay. Okay, so for this one, this is one of my Book of the Month books that I got, can't remember which month, not that long ago. But I feel like, I don't know, it's just not the prettiest cover to me. It's What Kind of Paradise by Janelle Brown. And I don't know, it just doesn't scream pretty cover to me. This says, a teenage girl breaks free from her father's world of isolation to discover that her whole life is a lie in this propulsive new novel. So this is what I'm going to select for Ugly Cover. Okay, so let me erase these because that did put 5 marks on here. We'll have to do 6 base and 1 bonus spin. Okay, I've also replaced Ugly Cover, or erased Ugly Cover. And I'm going to spin this little wheel of prompts here so we can see what we're going to replace it with. Romance. Let me make sure we don't already have that on here. No, this doesn't count. All right, spin number 2. Retelling. Ooh, I love a good retelling. Let me see what I have. Okay, I think I know what I want to read. And it's not one that I currently own, but I am currently reading the group book for Mary Bookmas, which is How My Neighbor Stole Christmas by Megan Quinn. And I'm absolutely loving it. And then the sequel to that is Merry Christmas, You Filthy Animal, which... the first one is like a Grinch retelling, and I believe this one is a Home Alone retelling. So I'm counting that because I want to. I think it sounds so cute. It follows different characters from the first book. It follows like the guy's best friend from the first book. And so I'm excited. Okay, let's put a mark here. Gives us 2 on there. And let me erase retelling. All right, we're going to replace that with 4+ word title. I think we already have that one. Yes, right there. So let's spin again. Supernatural. We do not have that one. All right, spin number 3. Hoopla. Okay, let me grab my phone here. Okay, so in the recommended for you, the first one here is The Cursed by Harper L. Woods. And I just recently read The Coven and I enjoyed it. And it just so happens that I was gifted by, I think it was, yeah, Marty got me for Christmas. He got me The Coven and The Cursed. So that's the one I'm going to go with for this. So yeah, I get to read one of my brand new books. Okay, marking that makes, let me mark this other one a little bit darker. That makes that a danger zone. So let me erase Hoopla and we'll see what the next prompt will be. All right, what do we got? A 1-word title. I don't think that's on here. All right, spin number 4. but also that means I have another bonus spin. Okay, what do I have that's smutty? Okay, so for this one, I think I'm going to put Neon Gods by Katie Robert. This is like mythology, BDSM, that kind of thing. I think it's like Persephone and Hades. And it is one that I do own, so I'm going to put that one for this. Okay, let me erase this and I'll be right back. All right, let's see what we've got next. Random color. All right, we don't have that one on there. I'm just going to write color. Okay, so we have 6 base spins and 2 bonus spins. All right, spin number 5. Nonfiction. So one that I had meant to read before and didn't get around to is The Woman in Me by Britney Spears. So that's what I'm going to select for this. And mark this. That gives us 3 there. It's very light. There we go. And let me erase this and we'll find our next prompt. All right. Classic. All right, spin number 6. That is a beach setting. Well, that's pretty convenient because most of January I will be at a beach. Okay, for this one I'm going with The Love Haters by Catherine Center. This says it's a thin line between love and hating. And our main character has 2 choices: get laid off from her job as a video producer, or at her coworker Cole's request, take a career-making gig profiling Tom Hutchinson, a Coast Guard rescue swimmer in Key West. The catch: Katie's not exactly qualified. She can't swim, but she pretends she can. So this is what I'm going to select for beach setting. Okay, let's mark that. That puts 3 there. That's also the last spin that I add any marks for. So I won't get any more than the 2 bonus spins we already have. Okay, let me erase this and we'll pick a new prompt. Alrighty. Nonfiction. Okay, we just took that one off. All right, bonus spin number 1. A 4+ word title. What do I have? I think I'm going to go with Destination Weddings and Other Disasters by MC Vaughn. Sun, sea, sand, and her high school nemesis. This destination wedding is about to take a detour. Okay, so we don't mark on that, but we do change out the prompt. That one did not want to erase. All right, let's see what we're going to replace that with. LGBTQIA+. Bonus spin number 2, and this is the final spin. Libby, okay. Couple of things that come off my phone here. That's handy. So there's not like a, let me see. I don't see a recommended or anything like that. So I guess I just need to pick something off of Libby. So I'm going to go to the available now audiobooks and pick something. Ooh, I'm going to go with Deep End by Allie Hazelwood. I do believe this is one I own because I think I own all of Allie Hazelwood's books. And I love all of her books. So we have a competitive diver and an ace swimmer jump into forbidden waters in this steamy college romance. So that is what I'm going to select for Libby. I have to cut into the video here because I just finished filming this and realized that I forgot to change out the prompt. So let me erase this and I'll do that now. Okay, we will replace Libby with Buzzword. Okay, so quick recap on what I have selected so far. I still need to pick my TBR Knockout and my Buzzword books. So for ugly cover, I have What Kind of Paradise by Janelle Brown. For retelling, I have Merry Christmas, You Filthy Animal by Megan Quinn. For Hoopla, I have The Curse by Harper L. Woods. For Smutty, I have Neon Gods by Katie Robert. For nonfiction, I have The Woman in Me by Britney Spears. For beach setting, I have The Love Haters by Catherine Sinner. For 4+ word title, I have Destination Weddings and Other Disasters by MC Vanahan. And for Libby, I have Deep End by Allie Hazelwood. Okay, so I just double checked and Stephanie has not yet got back to me about what I'm supposed to be reading for my coffee stuff, like my buddy read and my required read. So hopefully I'll get that before editing, but I don't know. And then for TBR Knockout, you have 2 prompts and you can either choose to do 1 prompt or combine the 2 prompts. And I'm going to go with the prompt, read a book that you meant to read last year. And for that, I'm going with Chain of Iron by Cassandra Clare, because I definitely meant to read that last year. Okay, so for Buzzword, it's before and after. And unfortunately, not a single one of the books I have the word before or after in them. So I'm going to go search my Goodreads. See what we can find. You know what? I'm actually just going to put a book that I had on my TBR last month, and that's Never After, which is, well, it's the first book in the Never After series. It's the 13th Fairy, but it says Never After real big on the front page. So that is what I'm going to select for Buzzword. And then for Buzz Cover, fortunately, one of the books I have selected does fit this. For Buzz Cover, it is body parts, but they're internal body parts. So not like a hand. It would have to be the bones of the hand, or blood, or heart, or something like that. And I don't know how well you'll be able to see this, but for The Curse by Harper L. Woods, there is a skeletal hand right up here. Anyway, so that is what I'm going to go with for Buzz Cover. Have you guys read any of these books? Did you like them? Did you not? Comment down below and let me know. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a big thumbs up. If you'd like to see more videos like this, click that subscribe button down below. And until next time, remember to always be completely you. Bye!